I have long harbored a keen interest in indie video games developed by smaller studios. I take joy in illuminating the hidden gems that have been obscured in the shadows of mainstream media. Puzzle Quest: Challenge of the Warlords is a hidden gem from an epoch in which gaming was neither the omnipresent cultural force it is today, nor constrained by the ubiquitous design compromises of mobile-era free-to-play systems. The primary reason I have had a passion for indie games is because the developers tend to also have a passion, and they take risks and they go off the beaten path to do something different, and are motivated by more than merely the means of a financial end. Released in 2007, it stands as a testament to indie ingenuity, an inspired union of match-3 puzzle mechanics and role-playing systems that feels so natural, so genius, and so simple that one wonders why it wasn't conceived sooner. Puzzle Quest: Challenge of the Warlords is the very definition of this. It dares to elevate its genres, marrying the role-playing game with the profoundly simple and engaging and timeless formula of match-3 puzzles. While combat is inherently luck-based and forgiving, hardcore RPG fans who are able to set aside their desires for masochistic punishment will find a relaxing and meditative RPG experience. Very few games can perfectly strike a balance between two very different genres so well. And even fewer can strike a balance between victories feeling completely earned, while failure never feeling completely punishing. There's very few games in which I can say that every aspect of it feels fun. Even grinding and leveling up your character to be able to take on a boss fight, whether it be to boost for EXP or to learn a new spell or to amass gold to buy items. These tasks are normally the least fun parts of an RPG. Here in Puzzle Quest, these tasks are just as fun as taking on the boss battles themselves. I have said it before and I will say it again. A good RPG is gonna make you feel like a mad scientist performing an experiment, and a good RPG is gonna have you looking forward and wanting to engage in its combat. Puzzle Quest definitely nails both of these points right on the head. If you match 4 tiles in a row during combat, you are granted an extra turn. It always feels exhilarating whenever you're able to execute this, but it feels really perilous whenever you accidentally gift an opponent this opportunity. The inclusion of the gold pieces and purple stars, which are tiles that benefit you outside combat, but provide no immediate advantage during combat, introduce an additional element of unpredictability. Massive cascades do not always yield a bounty of resources for the battle at hand, unlike in succeeding Puzzle Quest titles. In Challenge of the Warlords, this design choice encourages adaptability and careful planning. While I do believe that Puzzle Quest: Challenge of the Warlords is indeed the best Puzzle Quest game, it does also indeed have one notable flaw that was fixed in succeeding Puzzle Quest titles, and that is how chaotic the speed of its cascading combos can be. During large combos, the tiles fall so rapidly that it becomes nearly impossible to discern what's happening in real time, and players are often left scanning both sides' resource pools after the fact to gauge what the outcome was. It remains but a small blemish on what is otherwise a masterfully polished experience. Puzzle Quest stands apart. Released before the rise of smartphones and freemium models, it feels uncompromised in its design. Later entries in the series, while competent, lack the original's charm. The purity of Challenge of the Warlords, as in, it's a single purchase for an unadulterated experience, is emblematic of a bygone era. Its successors, shaped by mobile gaming's ubiquity, often feel like diluted and monetized cash grabs that have design concessions that are aimed at broader audiences. In spite of all of this, recommending Challenge of the Warlords today comes with reservations. Priced at a full price of $10 on Steam, it faces stiff competition from free-to-play successors readily available on smartphones. For a viewer watching this review on a mobile device, the convenience of downloading a newer Puzzle Quest with a few taps is undeniable. Still, what those alternatives often lack is the original's uncompromising depth and its unique ability to balance accessibility with meaningful progression. So, if this game piques your interest, and you're watching this game on a mobile device, go ahead and give one of the newer Puzzle Quest games a shot. They definitely aren't bad, there's plenty of them. And if you like those titles, then I recommend adding Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords to your Steam wishlist. Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords is the unsung trendsetter. It is the first of its kind. It is the first puzzle RPG. There would be very many others that would try to attempt to copy its magic, and they all pale in comparison. Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords is a game that elevates the genre that it created through thoughtful design and unparalleled fusion of both simplicity and depth. It invites both relaxation and strategic engagement, offering a meditative experience that is as rewarding today as it was in its time. For those who are able to look past its price and platform challenges, for those who value creativity and precision in game design, Puzzle Quest remains a masterpiece of its epoch, a reminder of the power of small ideas executed brilliantly. Oh, and also, the soundtrack is really good. Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords. A+. I think I can just bolt him to death now, I think. Oh no. Sure makes a lot. Indeed, was not able to bolt him to death.